Hey guys, it's Rachel. Just wanted to touch on a bit of a tricky topic today. Obviously, the world is definitely crazy right now, pandemic's happening, and I don't know about you, but my mental health has been struggling, definitely been a bit bored at home, trying to stay safe, and I have learnt some new skills through 3 of the 4 strands of creative arts. I have learnt some visual arts painting skills. I have done music through the use of a acoustic guitar, learning some riffs. I have also did some Just Dance with my sister to learn some routines, get fit, and yeah, just to have a really good time. I don't know about you, but staying home all the time can be hard, not just physically, but mentally, and learning new skills like these can definitely help. So, just a little disclaimer before you continue watching. I was definitely tested on my skills and my abilities for the 3 or 4 strands of creative arts throughout this video. My e-portfolio is dedicated to visual arts, dance, and music, and I feel like that is really important, especially at the moment through COVID, as learning new skills and being active and using your creative side can definitely help with processing this hard time. So yeah. Okay, so visual arts is one of the 4 creative arts strands, and it's the first strand that I'm going to be focusing on today. And as Yatsvi 2020 states, it is a perfect chance for students to be creative, to practice their fine motor skills, and is an emotional outlet for them. Students are able to express themselves and really take charge of their own learning with this strand. So for this strand, visual arts, I focused on standard 2.1 and 2.2. 2.1 discusses understanding concepts and structure of the content, so I made sure to learn the basic acrylic painting techniques like splattering, overlay, dry brush, wet, and more to ensure that I was able to effectively learn the techniques. Before incorporating them into my final pieces, as I've shown in each photo, I explored each technique and practiced them. 2.2 suggests that the content selection and organization is crucial, which I have portrayed as I started my art exploration with practicing the basics and worked my way up. As I did this, I became more confident and happier with my work. Lloyd 2017 discusses the benefit of collaboration in art for students, where students learn more and develop better technique working with others, which is why I also touched on the strand 6.2, as I watched YouTube videos for experienced artists teaching the art experiences and is different techniques through acrylic painting. This was crucial for effective learning for me. It really helped my performance, I feel. Overall, my experience with the visual arts strand is that I definitely had some challenges to overcome, but with my practice of techniques and the more I went along, I felt more confident and I was able to produce somewhat decent work. It was really relaxing for me and took around 7 hours of my time, which when we were all trying to stay home was really awesome. I really enjoyed it, and I feel students will be able to benefit greatly from spending time with this strand of the arts. As you can see here, I have labelled my 3 different pieces that I made. My first one, I used stencil technique and sponging, the overlay as well, wet on wet, and many more, pretty much all of them for that one. My second piece, I used splatter technique, I used overlay, I used fine detailing, dry brush technique. In my third one and my final one, I also did the dotting technique, I did sponging, overlay, dry brush to achieve these. My next strand is the dance strand. It promotes health and well-being of students, and it gives them the chance to not only keep active but to work on coordination and express themselves through their emotions, through the movement and dance. Picard 2020 states that this is crucial for student development and really helps them be able to identify themselves and have self-confidence. For the dance strand, I decided to learn and perform some routines of Just Dance with my sister from YouTube. Each routine is like a small lesson plan. It has its parts that need to be done at a certain time. Standard 2.3 was used in this strand as I performed and completed multiple routines and practiced different moves, as you can see. This would be very beneficial for students to also do and be assessed on, as they are learning key skills like movement, putting steps together, and moving to a beat. All key elements of the dance strand. Strand 2.6 is also shown as I incorporated ICT through learning the routines of YouTube. Through ICT, especially in times like these, we can learn so many skills like dance and keep fit while we do it. My sister has 6 years dance experience, so I definitely took notes from her and asked her advice throughout the experience, which shows standard 6.3 as I engaged with an experienced colleague. I am not the best dancer, as you can see, but it gave my best shot and had so much fun while doing it. This is a key part of the dance strand, which True 2020 explores, is a role of dance to bring joy and discipline to students as they learn how to move their bodies in different ways, even to embody different personas in the process, like the characters of Just Dance. My sister and I spent around 5 hours completing this over a few days. It was a lot of fun and we both really enjoyed it. It is a great way to get moving and keep fit while in quarantine. My last strand is music. It is a very close strand to my heart. I love how no matter if you're blind, deaf, no matter what abilities you have, you can enjoy it. Which is why Rose 2018 discusses it is so universal and it is very important for students to learn. For my music adventure, I decided to look into learning 3 different riffs on an acoustic guitar. It was definitely challenging and I had many struggles, but overall I really enjoyed it. Standard 6.4 really helped me take a step back and evaluate my practicing and my learning, as I realized that I could not remember the frets on the guitar, so I labeled them to improve my learning as a student. I also used standard 2.6 as I learnt my riffs off YouTube to incorporate ICT, as well as standard 2.3 as I would believe that this would be the perfect assessment for students at the end of my practicing the riffs. I would perform each one and I reflected on my work, which you'll be able to see soon, which I know isn't perfect, but I tried my best. Alina 2019 explores that working with musical instruments stimulates multiple parts of the brain at once and is a great stress reliever and is a great chance for students to focus and learn new skills. I spent around 3.5 hours on this, and even though it was challenging, I really enjoyed it.